Here's part 2. Check out part 1 where I roast and review my first ever sales letter, okay? Here is the current iteration of that sales letter. It's still incredibly old. This is still from like 2011, 2012, but you'll get to see some of the updates I made from that close to first version of it to the way that it exists right now. You'll see from that first version to the way it exists right now, I got some results for people. So I, of course, opened up with those results. You'll even see my little thread title change, $13 EPCs. That stands for earnings per click. It's a great metric. Wouldn't you love every click to your website or sales page to earn you $13? So that's a great metric. $100,000 over the weekend for a launch that I worked on. This copywriter brings money, 2 slots available, save $2,000, open and see proof. So one of the things I want to show you, you could tell I became more sophisticated here, is I gave that micro call to action, right? I'm not asking them to buy just from the thread title. I'm asking them to just open it, and I'm giving a juicy piece of bait, like see the proof. You'll get to see the proof behind these great results. Just come in and check it out. Just come in and check out the proof. It's like free candy. Come in for a little free candy. So I liked how I became more sophisticated and added that micro commitment to the thread title. And then I just jump in with big, juicy, delicious results, right? Do you want $100,000 over the weekend? Fuck yeah, I do. $13,800 in under 36 hours on a $7 product. So even if your products are low ticket, you could still crush it. Very high conversion rates. Are your sales pages sucking in money like this? If they're not, I'm a little bit nervous, right? Again, that is a line that I could add. I could open a loop there. If not, read on to see how you can join these ranks or how you could get these results for yourself. I think that would be a very fantastic line to add there. So we move into just a little quote. I should say the person who said this, that would be a helpful piece of information right there. I think it comes down, you'll see it in the comments down below, but I paid over $20K for copy. Laura is by far one of the best. So somebody else is luckily price anchoring me out of the gate. I'm not going to charge $20K. I'm going to charge less than $20K. These are all of the badasses who were on this forum at the time. At this point, I had written for all of them, so I got to say something very cool. What do these superstars have in common? Me. I think from a formatting side, if I had me in great big red, it would look pretty cool. Generally, you don't want your sales copy to be all about you, but there are moments like for a copywriter, for a service provider, for a coach, right? Where you put your dick on the table, right? You are the standout. You're like, yeah, bitch, it's me. So I think that would have been a cool thing to do there. I give some of my accolades here. These are just all the ways my copy was crushing it for people at this time. A cash spewing rocket in your pocket. I'm always doing like bold, aggressive, strong language. I really believe in that. Like it is copywriting after all. Like the words are designed to make you stand out. So I love cash spewing rocket in your pocket. It's pretty crazy. I do the asterisk. This is a trick I still love to this day because then the asterisk is like, wait, where's the small print? Where's the small print? And then my small print just sells me even more, right? So they go check the small print. My copy has helped drive over $1 million in sales. Limited flash sale opportunity for the next 2 lucky warriors. Don't hesitate. So of course I'm giving juicy results and I'm saying you don't have much time. There's only 2 available. Really juicy turnaround time. 1 week is super duper fast, and I was able to write that fast at this point. And another little micro CTA. Add me on Skype. Let's talk about it right now. There was my username on Skype at the time. I will definitely say that there is no through line, just like in the previous one we looked at. There's still no real through line. It does jump around, but I think the forum format is forgivable and even agreeable to the jumping around. Again, this is a warm audience. These are people who know they want to hire some writing. So talking about some results, I got some testimonials from people. And then this is quite similar. So I pulled up the old original version of this, right? Where we start with, think your website should convert more. Here's why it doesn't. Now, let's see how I grew, right? In just a few months. I open a loop to it, right? In this short but important letter, I'm going to reveal the 4 black holes in your sales copy that might be unknowingly sucking up 20% more of your profits. Now I'm literally, that's so funny. See, I didn't even realize it. In part 1, where I reviewed this, I said, okay, this needs to be beefed up more. There needs to be more immediacy. They need to know why it's really important that they see this. And then lo and behold, that is what I go on to do. So I follow my own advice. Now I call them the 4 black holes, and they're unknowingly sucking up 20% of the profits. Not only that, but I'll share the one unstoppable way to shovel these profits directly back into your bank account and seal up the holes for good. So let's get right to it. Okay, so it's not a huge open loop, but it's a little bit more of an open loop, and it explains why this is so important. The 4 reasons why most copy converts like crap. How did I have it here? Here's why yours doesn't work. So what I would change in this version is copy converts like crap. Like, that's bold, that's aggressive, I like that. But instead of it being removed, right, why most copy, I would say, here are 4 reasons why your copy is not to the standard you want. I would make it directly relevant to them. I don't know if I would be so aggressive as to say, here are 4 reasons why your copy converts like crap. If I were, I would do it, today, this version of Laura would do it in the way, 4 reasons your copy may be converting like crap, or something like that, because I don't want to say your copy definitely sucks. I don't know that it sucks. I could say why most copy sucks. That's okay. But if I want to relate it to the individual you, I think you get what I'm saying. 4 reasons why your copy may be converting like crap. And it's the same 4 that I had in that original letter. Here's the same thing I had in this original letter, right? If it's not written by me, ready to crank up your profits, me too. So here's great. So I talked about laddering in our original video where I went through this. This isn't exactly laddering, but I'm saying you want this, I have this. So I added this in to just make it stronger, right? Again, really meeting them where they're at. You have a great product, don't want to labor through writing copy, don't want to shell out 10K. Again, more price anchoring. I have the great skill, I'm ready to do it, and I won't charge you 10K. Sounds like a good match, right? Easy yes question. Snatch me up and put me to work for you so your prospects are left without question as to how much of a no-brainer your offer is and instantly become your buyers. And then, so I just added that section. And I think it's a section definitely worth adding. Any service providers, coaches, copywriters out there could very easily craft something like this for yourselves, can't you? Just to show, hey, great match, you and me. All of this is the same, but I believe I changed the numbers. This is hilarious. So I know you take it very seriously. Now I'm able to say with my proven sales copy, 100x ROI, simply no better place for you to shop for sales material than with me, period. Again, I'm really doing the work. I'm saying, hey, I bring it. I stand out. I am ballsy. I'm gutsy. I'm not afraid. Work with me. So I love that. I'm not just going to say like the things that make me uniquely me, my mechanism, right? What makes me uniquely me, but I'm showing it. I'm showing it in the work, and I love that. Funnily enough, as my rates went up, the price comparison, price anchoring rates went up. See, I'm saying it's $2,000. And then you come over here when I'm going to charge $2,000, I say it's $10,000. That makes sense. And it's true, right? The quality of clients I went on to work with, as my rates went up, they were the types who would spend $5,000 to $10,000 on a sales letter. Okay. You could get it at a fraction of the cost. Again, same backbone of the business. Invest in copy that wows and sells. So I noticed in all of these testimonials, people would say, wow, wow, wow. So what I originally said, invest in copy that sells. I'm like, well, all these people are saying wow, let me add the wow. Wows and sells, observe my wow factor in action. And then I get the testimonials. Wow, 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 all that. My writing will open readers' wallets to you, same as I had before, hoping for the hypnotic effect of also opening my clients' wallets to me. I just want to see if there are any real differences here, because I think there are. I talk about my obsession with psychology. Convert. Does it tug at the wallet strings? If not, probably not. If you're curious about anything that's going on here, make sure you check part 1 of this video, because I dive into the reasons behind pretty much every single line at this. I think I beefed this up a little bit more. As soon as you know how good an investment is for you, you run to take the chance at it. So that is hypnotic, right? Apparently, I'm talking about my clients' prospects, but really I'm talking about my prospects. So very sneaky. Again, a little bit of dimensionalization here. It's not just making more sales. Why is making more sales so great? Fussing with less things. I learned this, hanging around, working with clients, like they're also struggling with this stuff. But if they're making more money per each visitor, they won't have to struggle with that. So, take notes. I encourage my coaching students, write down the story of every single client you work with. What were they doing? Why did they choose you? How did you help them? What was challenging? What worked out perfectly? All of that, those are individual stories you could tell to your audiences. And you'll learn from each and every one of them, and you'll more thoroughly digest the learning. So in realizing that my clients were going through this, and they didn't have to do it as much, right? Once their sales pages started converted way more, I'm like, oh, okay, that's a benefit. Let me add that into my own messaging. And we go into a lot more detail about how you can strategically implement this stuff in my unrivaled messaging training, just so you know that's available to you. Now, I know this original version, I think I say I consider all the personality types, right, to fall on your sales page. But how I beef it up, right, is I say, are you doing this? Do you consider all the types of eyes? Do you know every single personality type that's reading your page and making sure they all buy? It's a daunting task, because now I feel like, oh shit, I'm not doing that, or that $20 copywriter isn't doing that, right? I'm like, don't worry, I'm going to do that for you. And it'll draw the pointers to the buy now button constantly. Price justification, $10,000 is worth every penny, because it has this stuff. Check out what I say about this section in part 1 of this series if you have not seen that yet. And then here are my lists of samples, right? I think a lot of these do still exist, so you can entirely come to this link and check out my samples. And you could see at this time, just in the course of a few months, one, I was not charging a lot, so I got a lot of clients, but I was just working my ass off like crazy, writing. So I've built up, here are individual ones, but you see even this link like has a ton more samples. So at this point I have a ton of samples. Here, I changed the fact. So let's look here. In my first version, I say improving sales copy is the best way to generate more sales, bar none. I also mention, and I'll repeat it here, I could say way more than just the word fact, right? I'd say, at the very least, important fact you need to know right now, like really beef up versus just the word fact. Okay, that falls a little flat. But I change what the fact is because of my learning and my experience with my clients. You don't need more traffic, right? They're all like, I need more traffic. I want more traffic. I'm going to buy traffic. I'm going to improve my SEO. I'm going to do these affiliate deals, all of this to get more traffic. I'm like, you don't need more traffic. If you improve your sales copy, you'll make more money with the same traffic. So I think I could beef that up even more and say literally that. You don't need more traffic, improve your sales copy, you're going to make more money with the same amount and even less traffic, right? And now we're getting juicy, so that could still be beefed up even more. And then I talk about the flash sale because I always did this in the style of I'm just taking 2, 3, 5, however many. I'm going to give you guys the chance to truly crush it. Sales copy $11.97. Now I'm charging $11.97, but that's not it. I'm going to give you 2 affiliate swipe emails as a bonus. Open for 2 warriors only. And now first of all, I think it would have been worth keeping. So in this version, one, I could have kept guaranteed conversions, because I know I never faced a problem with that with a client. But I suppose at this point I'm getting so many leads, I just didn't need it. I didn't need to assume the risk, so I didn't include it. But I think I could have kept this. Saying no is the most expensive decision you can make today. And then having a whole paragraph or 2 that describes how and why that is. And then also there are cheaper copywriters out there. And, all of the ways they're actually more expensive. Right? There are cheaper copywriters out there and they'll cost you more than $11.97. I really like making that distinction crystal clear. So that's a way I would have improved that line. Talk about all the things that could go wrong, right? If you miss out on 100 sales, how much would that cost you? Again, I like the idea of telling an explicit story there. How this will work. Again, I like the idea of adding in step 1, you click the button and buy. That's the first important step, and I really want to paint that picture. So that's my $11.97 package. You get a sales letter and 2 affiliate swipes. My postscript 2 changes, of course, because I don't do the guaranteed conversions. I think I could have done more of a reverse close here. Like saying no is going to cost you way more than $11.97. And just a little bit of scarcity. And then saying the price will go up. So those 3 postscripts make sense. And you can just see all the comments kept coming in. A few questions that I answer, the wows. Everybody says I do a really, really good job for them. And I worked super hard for them. There we go. You got to see some of the updates. There weren't a ton between my very first version of this post and the version that still exists on the internet, though you cannot hire me from it today. So hopefully this was fun. I really enjoyed filming it. Again, if you could go back even further in time and see the version where, because this is it at 97, or I'm sorry, this is it at 297. This is it at $11.97. If you could, but it started at $67. If you could find the version where it was just $67, definitely let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Any questions, sound out in the comments. If you're curious about unrivaled messaging, Google it, find it. It's available on the internet. Maybe we'll have a link for it in the description. It is bomb. It'll help you do this and way, way, way better, because keep in mind this was written in 2011 and it's 2022 when I created unrivaled messaging, so I've learned a ton more. Appreciate you guys. Talk soon.